Welcome back to the English 360 podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Mia. You've booked your flight, you've packed your raincoat, and you know how to say hello and thank you. Great! But are you ready for the real language barrier?
We're talking about landing in London, thinking you speak English, only to realize your American or international English sounds completely alien, and worse, that you might be offending people unintentionally.
Today, we are preparing you for a journey to the UK. This is your ultimate survival guide to British English, covering the slang, the subtle etiquette, and the crucial language differences that will save you from awkwardness and make your trip a million times better.
We'll teach you the 5 British phrases you need to sound polite, the shocking differences in food vocabulary, and Mia will share a fantastic story about her personal disaster trying to find a bathroom in London.
It was an epic, humiliating quest that taught me everything I know about British manners. If you want to confidently navigate a pub, order a proper meal, and avoid sounding like a clueless tourist, grab your imaginary passport because our flight to fluency is taking off now.
Let's start with the basics. The most crucial difference is not accent, it's vocabulary. Mismatched words are the #1 source of confusion and humor.
Your brain has to switch systems immediately upon landing. We call this the mind the gap list for obvious reasons.
The clothing trap. In America, pants means trousers. In Britain, pants means underwear. Never compliment a Brit by saying, "I like your pants."
The food mix-up. When you order chips in the UK, you get thick-cut fries. If you want American chips, you must ask for crisps. And if you ask for a biscuit, you will get a cookie, not a savory bread roll.
The car confusion. The trunk is a boot. The hood is a bonnet. And you park your car in a car park, not a parking lot. Knowing this basic vocabulary is Survival 101.
The British have unspoken rules, especially around public interaction, and the language reflects this need for maximum politeness.
Never ask for the restroom or the bathroom in a public place, especially a pub or restaurant. This implies you plan on taking a nap or a bath.
The appropriate polite term is the loo, or the toilet. If you hear the word WC, water closet, it means the same thing. Knowing this is essential survival language.
Practical dialogue. Instead of saying, "Where is the bathroom?" say, "Excuse me, could you point me towards the loo, please?" Notice the mandatory use of could you and please.
The British word for line is queue, and the verb is to queue. This is a cultural institution. Breaking a queue is considered a minor crime against humanity.
Learn the phrase, "Excuse me, is this the end of the queue?" Always ask this. Never assume you know where the line starts or ends. Observing the cue is as important as speaking the language. To sound less like a tourist, drop a few of these into your conversation. They are common, friendly, and highly effective.
This is perhaps the most versatile word. It means thank you, goodbye, or good luck. You can replace thank you almost entirely with cheers. Usage. If the barista hands you your coffee, cheers. If you leave a store, cheers, bye.
The British do not say, I am very tired. They say, I'm absolutely knackered. This means completely exhausted. Usage. After a long day of sightseeing, I'm knackered. Let's head back to the hotel.
This phrase means to tease, joke with, or mock someone in a lighthearted way. It's not aggressive, it's playful banter. Usage. If your friends are laughing at your pronunciation, are you taking the piss out of my accent?
This is a fantastic word for deep disappointment or sadness. It literally means feeling like your insides have been ripped out. Usage. If your favorite football team loses, I am absolutely gutted by that result.
Fancy means to want or desire something. It's perfect for ordering in a pub. Usage. Instead of, I want a cup of tea, say, I fancy a cuppa. Alex, I have to share my most embarrassing travel mistake in London, which involves almost every idiom we just discussed.
I can't wait. A travel disaster is a wonderful learning tool.
It was my very first time in a proper English pub near Borough Market. It was packed, standing room only, and I had just finished a huge glass of lemonade. I realized I urgently needed to use the facilities. My primary goal was to find the restroom.
Rookie mistake. Use the American term.
Exactly. I battled my way through the crowd to the bar. I shouted to the bartender, "Excuse me, where's the restroom?" He pointed vaguely to a door in the back. I rushed back, found the door, and saw a line of about 5 people.
A classic British queue. Did you respect it?
Initially, yes, I joined the back. But after 5 agonizing minutes, I realized my situation was critical. I was in physical pain. I broke the unspoken British code. I loudly asked the person in front of me in a very panicked American accent, "Is this the line for the bathroom?"
That combination, breaking the silence, using the wrong word, and interrupting the queue is maximum offense.
The woman in front of me, bless her heart, gave me the politest, most frozen stare I have ever received. She just said, "It's the loo, and yes, you're disrupting the queue." I was so embarrassed, I turned crimson.
So, what did you do? Did you give up and run back to the hotel?
Almost. I decided to bite the bullet, as we learned last episode, and wait. I stood there mortified. When I finally got to the door, I realized the full extent of my error. There was one single toilet inside. It was a proper tiny WC.
The shame was multiplied by the small space.
The final humiliating blow came as I was washing my hands. The woman who corrected me was right outside. I apologized again, stammering, "I'm so sorry for breaking the line. I mean, the queue." She just smiled sweetly and said, "Don't worry, love. You look absolutely gutted. Cheers."
Gutted is the perfect word. She understood your intense disappointment. Your language mistake caused your emotional gutted state.
The lesson is, language mistakes are okay, but queue breaking is not. And always, always ask for the loo. That trip taught me the absolute necessity of contextual language.
Mia's story highlights the most critical aspect of British communication: politeness. You must master the language of softened demands. Never use direct American commands like, "I want a coffee," or "give me the bill." That is aggressive in the UK.
Always use softeners. Could I possibly? Do you mind? Or I was wondering if. Bad, I want the check. Fluent or polite, excuse me, could we possibly have the bill, please?
The British are masters of understatement. If a Brit says something is not bad, they usually mean it is very good. If they say they are a bit busy, they are absolutely snowed under with work.
To sound less American and more British, focus on the non-rhotic R. Brits generally don't pronounce the R after a vowel unless it is followed by another vowel.
For example, the word car sounds like car. The word water sounds like what are. This is a small pronunciation tweak that gives massive auditory returns.
You are now armed with the vocabulary and cultural context to survive London. You know the differences between chips and crisps, pants and trousers, and most importantly, how to find the loo without causing a diplomatic incident in a queue.
Remember, fluency is not just knowing words. It's knowing when and how to use them politely and contextually. Your journey to London is now a flight to fluency.
Time for your final challenge. What is the single most confusing item on the British versus American English list for you?
Use one of the new slang phrases, knackered, gutted, fancy, or taken the piss, to describe your confusion in the comments. Cheers to your fluent travels. Bye for now.